Hey gorgeous, it's Arielle from Sephora at the Parks Mall in Arlington, Texas. Today I am joining Sephora to show you guys how to achieve this smoky eye that flatters a hooded eye. Stay tuned for my tips and my tricks. So as you can tell, I've completed every step of my makeup routine except for my eyes. So to start off the look, I'm going to prime my eyes with Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion in the original formula. I'm taking the doe foot applicator and applying the product to my eyelids. I'm going to go ahead and blend out this primer potion by using the Sephora No. 12 brush. I make sure that the coat I apply gets blended out all the way out past my eyebrows and up to my eyebrows. This is going to ensure that my shadow gets to blend all the way up to the top seamlessly. Now before I start my actual eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Loose Bake and Setting Powder in the shade Cupcake and just leaving a light layer underneath my eyes to catch any fallout to make sure we don't ruin the makeup we've already done. Now, one of my favorite palettes is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Eyeshadow Palette. So to start off my eyeshadow look, I'm going to be taking a Sephora No. 27 brush and the shade Cypress Umber, and I'm going to pat that on the outside of my eye. I'm patting the eyeshadow on the outer corner of my eye, making sure that when I open my eyes, the eyeshadow is on top of the part of my eye that weighs the most on my eye shape. The outside of my eye tends to make my eyeshadow look a little more downturned, and by using the dark eyeshadow on top of it, I'm able to contour it back and give my eye a more cat eye shape. As you can tell, the shape of this outer corner of my eye creates a more lifted look because of my hooded eyes usually dragging my eye shape a little more downwards. And now I'm going to take the same shade and mimic the shape on the other eye as well. As you can tell, I patted down the shadow and I'm softly blending the edge of it so that I don't have a harsh line when I try to blend it out later. Now I'm going to take the shade Tempura on a Sephora No. 12 brush and I'm going to place that all over the base of my eye. Another issue I have with my hooded eyes are the fact that my entire brow bone tends to really push forward, and this bright white eyeshadow helps really bring a lot of light to my eyes, which opens up my eyes a lot more. Now, to readdress the outer corner of my eye, I'm going to take the shade Rustic on a Sephora No. 27 blending brush, and I'm going to buff out that darker shade that I placed earlier. Now, the reason I like to blend all the way up to my brow is because having a hooded eye means a heavier eyebrow bone, and this contours the brow bone back and really brings a lot of shape to the eye. As you can tell, I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to wing out the end of the eyeshadow so that it has a seamless cat eye blend. One of my biggest tips and tricks that I can give anyone with a hooded eye is to blend with your eyes open. Now, blending with your eyes open gives you the ability to see what your eyeshadow looks like when you are looking forward and relaxed versus looking at your eyeshadow from down below, which is usually the problem people with hooded eyes tend to face. Doing their eyeshadow with their mirror down and their eyes looking down, and then opening your eyes and finding out your eyeshadow looks totally different to everybody else. Repeating the same steps on the other side so both our eyes can be nice, catty, and beautiful. Now, to marry the two shades, since there's such a heavy contrast, I use the shade Burnt Orange on a Sephora No. 14 brush. I'm just placing the shadow on the center of my eye. I'm not focused on blending out the shadow in the center of the eye because I will be placing another eyeshadow over it later. This is just going to create a nice base for the eyeshadow I'm placing on top. Next, I will be taking Urban Decay's Moondust eyeshadow in the shade Diamond Dog. So, to prepare my No. 12 Sephora collection brush, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set Setting Spray. This is going to hydrate my brush and pick up a lot more pigment than it normally would dry. I'm lightly tapping the shadow right over the burnt orange shade I was using earlier. I love these shadows because they have a soft glimmer to them and a heavy sparkle, and they create a lot of attention on the center of the eye, which is going to be my focus. The reason I'm placing the shadow here is because I will be using a lighter shimmer later. The reason I like to use this darker shade in the center is because a lot of people who have the ability to use dark mattified products in the center of their eye usually have more open eye shapes. With a hooded eye, using darker colors that reflect and sparkle keep your eye open and bright, but still contour your eye back a little bit. Next, I'm going to be taking Urban Decay's Moondust eyeshadow in the shade Space Cowboy. I will tell you now, this eyeshadow is 100% a guilty pleasure of mine. I've gone through about 3 of these. With this Moondust eyeshadow, unlike the first, I'm actually taking another No. 12 Sephora collection brush and using this one dry. The reason I like to use this dry is because I like to let the sparkle melt into the matte versus replacing the matte. That bright matte eyeshadow opens up my eyes, and if I were to wet this, it would create a reflection that actually faces downwards as well as upwards, and it will ruin everything we had built to create that forward reflection. This allows for the inner corner to remain bright and light without replacing it with a shimmer that could effectively ruin the eye shape we created. Next, I'm going to be taking Benefit Cosmetics Roller Liner Waterproof Liquid Liner in the shade Black. I love this eyeliner because it is nice and matte and never skips. So I start by creating a very thin line with the liner. When I reach the half point of my eye, I start to slowly create an angle upwards towards the end without going all the way to the end of my eye. Instead, I stop at about 3/4 of the way, creating a small little mountain of eyeliner that you will see me use later on. And as you may have noticed, I never had to re-dip or refresh my eyeliner even once. It is unstoppable. Next, on a number 41 Sephora collection brush, I'm taking the shade Noir. I'm going to pat that product into the end of the eye, and the way a lot of people create eyeliner wings, I'm actually going to be creating a black shadow wing. As people with hooded eyes know, it is not easy to create an eyeshadow wing, so by using this soft black shadow, I keep my eyes open and create that wing effect that you would usually get from an eyeliner wing like a liquid could create. But the soft powder formula is going to keep everything soft, blended, and you don't have to worry about your product folding into any lines because when you look forward, it just becomes a part of your eyeshadow. As you can tell, when I open my eyes, I've now created a wing-like look. However, when I look down, you can see the upward swoop at the end of the eyeshadow. That is the true trick to reshaping your eyes. Using a Sephora Collection number 12 brush, I'm going to sweep away the under eye setting powder. And as you can tell, none of the eyeshadow ruined my makeup. Next, I'm going to use Sephora Collection's Lash Fuse and Curl Eyelash Curler. I love this eyelash curler because it has open ends, which means you can curl your lashes 10 times easier than you ever have before. And when you're wearing false lashes, you can use these curlers to melt them together. Now that my lashes are curled, I'm going to be using Benefit Cosmetics Bad Gal Bang Volumizing Mascara in the shade Black to give my lashes density and length. Next, we're going to take the Pat McGrath Labs Permagel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil in the shade Extreme Black. I'm softly using this on only the outside of my eye because if I take this to the inside of my eye, it'll again emphasize the natural shape of eye I have. The point is to trick them, ladies. Following my eyeliner, I am taking the shades Rustic and Cypress Umber, and I'm keeping the blend of this eyeshadow really tight on the outside of my eye, and then towards the center, I start to create a slightly more dense line. I keep most of the opacity on the outside of the eye, and then let it become less opaque towards the center to keep that really open center eye shape that we want. For this step, I'm using Sephora Collection's number 15 brush. Going back in with Benefit's Bad Gal Bang Mascara, I'm applying the mascara more liberally on the outside of the eye, and when I come in towards the center, I'm lightly tapping that mascara wand against my eye lower than where my lash line is to create the illusion of having a more upward shaped eye. I'm now going to take my Lily Lashes 3D Mink Lashes in the style Mykonos. When gluing my lash, there's actually a trick for hooded eyes that I absolutely love and could not live without. I follow the natural lash, and towards the end of the eyelash, I place most of my glue on the top of the lash. The reason I use this method for my eyelash glue is because when my eyelashes are drying, I can push the end of my eye upwards, creating that really winged out shape that we've been working so hard to keep. Using Anastasia Beverly Hills' tweezers, I'm going to place the lash on my eye, making sure that the lash line and my lash match up. I'm also going to use these tweezers to organize my lashes underneath the lash so that they support the lash in the best way possible. By brushing the lashes forward carefully underneath your eyelash, forward in the front and outward in the back, you get the best support in the front of your lash and at the end of your lash. The reason I love Lily Lashes so much is because that 3D mink effect that the lash gives just blends into all the dark shadows that we use to create this eye shape. This lash isn't just a lash to be a lash. This lash helps change the eye shape just as much as the eyeshadow does. As I mentioned earlier, while the lashes are still drying on my eye, I'm pushing the ends up to create that winged out shape with the lashes. That way it matches the winged out shape we created with the eyeshadow. Thank you so much for watching. I would be forever grateful if you scroll down, found the like button, the subscribe button, and left us a comment to let us know how these tips and tricks worked for you. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.